Welcome back to the Hutchinson Sports Arena in beautiful Hutchinson, Kansas. What a game. Trinidad State 83, Pensacola 75. With me as always, Brandon Goble, the JUCO advocate himself. We're joined by head coach Mike Fulda from Trinidad State. Coach, congratulations. Huge win for you and your program. 4 years in a row. Here you are in the winner's circle in the Sweet 16. How does it feel?
Man, I'm just really excited for our kids. I think they came to Trinidad to be able to come out and play here, and it was just great that they were able to find a way to get this win today.
Coach, I got to be honest, you're one of the most liked coaches in all of junior college basketball, and I don't mean that just because you and I are friends. So I know there's a lot of people around the country that are real happy for you right now. We did a little homework, and as far as we've been told, this is the first time that two players have scored 30
Really?
for a team in a game at Hutch. Mir Reeves with 31, Lateef Patrick with 33. Pretty good if you're into that sort of thing. Just talk about those two's leadership, having been here last year, experienced just, an unfortunate game against that buzzsaw of Odessa, and then coming back out here and stepping up and pulling everybody to the win.
Yeah, I mean, they've been absolutely special all season for us. I definitely feel the experience helped us out today because they talked about how nervous they were and stuff last year. And in this year, I felt like Amir really got going early, and then Teef got going later, and they were both had a stretch and they were both playing well. Those two guys have really carried us scoring all season. I mean, the thing that really impressed me about both of them, I mean, Lateef 33 points, 5 rebounds, Amir 31 points, 12 rebounds. And I don't know if Amir can dunk, So, I mean, just the effort those guys have had for us all season has been pretty special.
Yeah, 12 rebounds out of that guard spot is something that, I mean, that's just a game changer,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Especially when you have a big man like Dimitri over there that's very talented, didn't have a great day today. He's going to be a great Division I player,
Absolutely.
But for Amir to just kind of run around with his hair on fire and grab those rebounds, that's just, that changes the dynamics a lot.
Yes, it was special. It was special.
When Brandon and I were talking about the game, I'm thinking, if I'm a Trinidad State fan, one thing that would concern me is Pensacola's size and ability to rebound. You were plus 10 on the boards. As far as paints in the point, you only were down 6. I mean, I think that's a huge win. Talk a little bit just about your game plan and strategy coming in, facing the Panhandle Conference power that is Pensacola.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you play a Florida team, you got your hands full, that's for sure. I mean, our big thing was defending the big guy, 12 and 2. Those are our big deal, and then just rebounding. And I thought we did a phenomenal job of that. I mean, I thought our communication was on point for most of the game. A handful of times in the ball screens we got goofed up, but we did a really good job. I mean, a really good job defending for the most part. 12 got loose a couple times, but the job we did on the big guy was pretty special.
And I thought you had some good, you had good participation on, I mean, it wasn't just Amir Reeves and Lateef Patrick, right? You had some guys across the board step up for you. James Pullman comes in, gets 8 points. Devin Davenport, I think, gave you some really valuable minutes, and he made some big plays for you. So you had a lot of guys that really participated and were, involved in this win. You can't win with two guys.
No, absolutely. It's always a team effort. I mean, Sean Johnson was great, I thought. He's just really steady for us, and he was really great in the region tournament, was steadying in the night. Kyron Allen, I thought he did a good job on the big guy all night, really. And it was just, I mean, Jack Kingswood came in and banged the 3 the one time they went to zone.
And almost banged a dunk on someone,
too. Yeah, he did almost, right? He did almost. I thought that was huge because, when they change defense, sometimes you get a little shaky out there offensively. And when you make 1 3, usually coaches get a little nervous, and I'm glad.
Coach, I think a big thing for the rest of the team there, even though they weren't putting up the points because the other two were just going off, I thought there was a lot of composure out of your players. There was a lot of like, hey, we know these guys are going to be special tonight, so we're just going to take care of the ball. We're going to make the right decisions. We're going to get things opened up for them to be able to do what they do, and just really like played a true team. It's weird. Played a true team game with 2 guys being dominant, which is kind of a rare thing.
Yeah, no, I feel like we have a pretty mature team overall. We haven't had to deal with a lot of stuff this year, and they've just kind of bought into their roles as the season's gone on, and we've just gotten better and better with it.
Coach Cole Dewey from Indian Hills wanted to give you a hard time about your long sleeve polo. I informed Coach Dewey that the two of us are probably the best 2 dressed guys here wearing the long sleeve polo.
Easily.
I mean, I like to keep the arms warm. Your whole team stayed warm today. It's a great win. Welcome to the Sweet 16. And, you get to prepare for Trinity Valley.
That should be fun. Trinity Valley's loaded. So we'll enjoy this one for a little bit and kind of get ready for Tuesday.
Tuesday at 2:30.
Yes, same time. Be
Same
back here.
time, yep.
Yep.
We're in the top right-hand quadrant of the bracket, so those are 2:30 games throughout the entire week. So, Coach, we really appreciate you coming on the show with us, and congratulations on this win. Great win for you and your program.
Thank you. Appreciate what you guys do for JUCO, man.
You got it. Thank you so much. That's Coach Mike Fulda with Trinidad State. Great win for the Trojans today, 83-75 over Pensacola. They advance to the Sweet 16, where they will take on the 7th seed Trinity Valley. Amazing game today. Brandon, first session is in the books. Trinidad State punches their ticket to the Sweet 16. What happened in game 1? All right, top left-hand quadrant of the bracket. Let's think about it. That was what happened this morning. There was a noon game.
Yes, Brunswick.
There was Brunswick and
Barton.
Right, so here we have Barton, the good folks, the Cougars, and the Trojans into the Sweet 16. A great evening awaits us. Coming up, we have the Roadrunners of Angelina, who don't like to run, versus South Georgia State, the Hawks, the Flyers, high flyers. They do like to run and jump. Talk a little bit about what gets you.
All the other things.
Talk a little bit about what gets you excited about Hawks Roadrunners.
You know, I do love these games where you have very contrasting styles. You know, that just with Angelina really wanting to slow things down, run 20 off the shot clock, you know, get the shot that they want. And then for South Georgia State, a team that really likes to get out and run, likes to try and score quickly. You know, it's always fun to kind of see how those teams are coached and how they make the effort to grab control of that tempo. We talked about that on the first day. Definitely some very contrasting styles of play there. Who was able to grab that in the very first game of the day on the first day? Nobody really grabbed a hold of it until right at the very end. It was a super interesting game where it was slow, it was fast, it was all over the place. So we'll see here if somebody grabs a hold of that and makes it, you know, their own, or if this is something again where it's inconsistent throughout the game and see what comes out on top.
You know, so my thoughts is if you're still watching this live stream at this point, you probably are really into this stuff and you're an awesome person. So we're going to give you some additional stats because I know you want to know. Angelina, they're only scoring 65 points a game, giving up 55. For South Georgia State, as I go to my stat sheet, scoring 83, only giving up 69. The trend has kind of been the teams that struggle to score, the teams that are, you know, mid-60s, low 60s, they have come out here and had a really, really hard time. I'm really interested to see if that trend continues. Pace of play, the teams that have easy options to get buckets really have been victorious this week so far.
Yeah, I don't know if that's because when these teams get into that slower half court and just the ambiance and the crowd and, you know, the bright lights, whatever it is, you know, having difficulty like really getting those buckets, whereas the teams that, like you said, can get out and run, they can get some of the easier layups.
Have some quick answers, right?
Play in transition and get those breakaway points, you know, have just thus far been more successful.
Hey, we're 6 games in. We have 17 games to go before we crown a national champion. What a great start we've had so far. Looking forward to session number 2 tonight. South Georgia State versus Angelina. Frank Phillips versus Wallace State. I think both of these teams could be on upset alert. We'll see. This is Can't Miss Basketball. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you are subscribed to the ESPN Plus app, where you can watch all of the best coverage live on ESPN Plus. Thank you so much and have a great day.